What's up? What's up? That time again. It's 1:21 in the afternoon. And toasty outside. Yeah, it's 103. Let's see, nobody here yet. Be right back, everybody. Hey, welcome. Hey, bud, how's it going? Welcome. Specials. Yeah, it's a hot one today. Welcome, everybody. Whoever's in the chat. 1:25 in the afternoon. Tuesday afternoon. 102 degrees out there today. Yeah, it's a nice and hot one today. Avocado guy. 20 for $5. I think everything's $5. Bags of oranges, blood oranges. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, it's that time again. Going to work. Yeah, it's 102 degrees today here in California. 1:26 at the time, the afternoon. Tuesday. Yep. Everybody, check out my channel list. Don't forget to check the community tab. Get all those great channels that I support. Go check them out. Got magnet fishing channels, got regular fishing channels, food channels, bloggers, gamers, arachnids, reptile people, grow channels like James Guy. We have AAP also. Oh, look at the way this guy stops. Oh yeah. Yes, I guess there's doesn't have to do a complete stop, I guess. But yeah, so go check out the channels like also Keys Constrictors, My Animal House, Iron Dog, Kurtwood, Derek Reptiles, Zelda Diecast. Uh, who else? Oh yeah, Venus Martinez, Spider Mom, uh, Mark the Spider Guy. Check out all the ones on my community tab that I support. There's channels of every kind there. Go take a look, everybody. Yeah, I was talking about the car that I had that Mercury Marquise I had, and when I was in high school, and then I used to go put gas in Mexicali, and you know the gas over there was cheaper, but then also the quality was cheaper. It was so funny because you know back then it was carbureted, not fuel injected, so and then it wasn't computerized, so the way it was set, that's the way it was. So like say if the gas was different, it wouldn't adjust itself to run better. I mean, when I used to turn off the car, I mean, it would just continue still running. It was like, because the gas, I don't know what it was, but it just kept firing, you know, without spark. I guess it was more combustible, I guess. Kind of like, you know, diesel fuel. You don't need a spark for diesel to ignite. Basically compression. So, and it was funny because when I would have to turn it off, I would have to like put it in gear and put the brake on and then turn it off, because then it would like turn off that way. Because if I would just leave it in park, it would like stay running, like it just kept going. Well, the part that the internet goes in and out here is coming up, guys. So bear with me here. We'll see how it goes. Everybody's flying. You know, this survived 70 and a little bit over 70, and I still can't pass them. Still can't pass them. So you can tell people are flying. I had to go 80 just to get past that semi. I mean, and he's in the slow lane. Yeah. And they wonder why they crash, man. Look at this truck behind me. He's like coming up fast. Yeah. Too much traffic today. And people are driving stupid today, so yeah. Yep. No, this guy's this, I might just change lanes because these guys are pushing me from behind and they want to fly, but there's nowhere to go. Look at him, there he goes. Yeah, a lot of traffic today compared to other days. Yeah, so today's my Friday pretty much. I'll be off the next 2 days. But yeah, it's no clouds in the sky today. Yeah. Yeah, so I was talking about my that car that I was driving, and then it was a lot of gas, but then back then it was only gas at that time was like maybe 68 cents a gallon. That was like in the 70s, like 1970, 78, 79. So those gas guzzlers, as they used to call them, you know, and they had like those big gas tanks, had like, I don't know, 20 gallons for sure. Because you remember you needed a lot of gas, especially with cars using it so fast. But yeah, and I that car I ended up losing it when I went up north because I got another vehicle. My grandmother gave me a van. It was one of those old window vans. Had a lot of windows. And I put curtains on it. Keep the sun from coming in. Back then you really hardly anybody tinted any windows. In the 70s, and then the quality of tint wasn't as good as it is now. But yeah, we ended up having to move where we were at. So the vehicle was parked in the parking lot, and then it got towed. Somebody towed it away, and then I got a letter in the mail saying that I owed money for the tow plus storage fees and all this. So I'm like, you know what? I mean, back in the day, I only paid I think like $500 for the car. So I figured it was going to cost more than the car was worth. and it was old already, so I ended up letting it go, and I just signed the paper. I said just sign the paperwork to let them do whatever they want to do with it, sell it or whatever. Because it still ran. I mean, the transmission leaked a little bit because I remember it leaking when it sat for a while. So, but then the electrical. I mean, sometimes when I was driving it, it was funny because I turned on the wiper blades and it would like the car would turn off. You know, you couldn't turn the wiper blades on and a turn signal at the same time. Like it was funny. Okay, this truck went that way. Now he wants to come this way. Doesn't know what to do. The truck. Oh, you should have stayed in this lane. Yeah, so we had fun at that camping trip that we went to, when I was in high school. And then we also, like I said, we went to the a play in LA, Zoot Suit. Got to meet James Olmos. He was in the play. That was back in 1979. So it was a lot of fun. And then in the 80s, well, I was an extra in that one movie, Losing It, where, Tom Cruise and Shelley Long came out in it. And then when I came out in it, they all, hey, well, we need more extras. So I also had to call my brother. My brother was in the movie, and a friend of his was also in the movie. So it was fun watching how they create a movie. You're thinking everything is all the music and everything. No, there was no music when they're dancing. They're just fake, like they're dancing to this guy. He had a record. It was just like had a beat. That's it. Then later on, they put music. Like back in the 50s, it was like supposedly in the 50s. So they had the music that was back then. The oldies. But yeah, it was fun coming out of the movie. And they filmed a lot of movies here in the desert. They filmed the original, the first Star Wars. With Luke. Because they have the desert scenes. Where they landed on some planet. And they've filmed all kinds of other movies here for years. They've done it. They do commercials out here for trucks. Like if they're in the desert, like a Toyota truck or Ford or Chevy, they all film them out here because nobody bothers them out here. Even stars, come out, been down here, like the movie where close to where I work at. They filmed that movie with Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey. It was called Bad Batch. Yeah, that was. In fact, I have some videos of the place where they filmed it. You know, so yeah, check out my other videos. I got vacation videos. When I went to the Grand Canyon, went to this place in Arizona called Bearzona, where they had buffalo. They had white wolves. They had the big sheep horn. They had all kinds of different animals. Baby bear cubs. And then they had the black bears, the ones that climb trees. You think, oh, climb up a tree. No, these guys will go right after you. They'll climb up the tree too. So, and then there was the buffalo, the big they were like white buffalo, and I got to touch like the head of the buffalo because they have a ride there where you ride in like a tall bus. So basically, your window is like when the buffalo's standing. You know how tall they are. Their head is even below that, and they would feed them, and they would come to the truck, to the big van, like not a van, it's a bus, and you got to touch it. I mean, it feels like steel wool, the hair, you know, of the buffalo. But the head is so huge. I mean, it's like, I mean, I put my hand on it, and it's like nothing. And then people, out in the, when they go to like the Yosemite Park, how they get close to them. Oh, look, it's being nice and just laying there. Yeah, the thing can destroy a car, man. In fact, some of the videos you can see, some of them pass in front of our car. Because it's you drive through and they're out in the open. If they wanted to, they could actually charge you. So you kind of like would stop, let them go by. Don't harass them in any way. You don't want to give them food either, because then they're gonna come in the car and they'll stay there until you feed them. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun, that place. It's called Bearzona. It's in Arizona. Like when we went to the Grand Canyon, it was a place where we stayed. I think it's in Henderson. I think it's Henderson, Arizona, where the place is at. I'm not sure. You'd have to look it up in the internet. But it's called Bearzona. And then there's also another place, like from there going toward the Grand Canyon. There's another little town where they have like the Flintstones. They have it's like an amusement park. But when we went, it was closed. We couldn't go in. But on the outside, they had like the Flintstone mobile, like Fred's car, and you could see like dinosaurs that were sticking out from over the fence. You could see them. But yeah, that was really great. And then there was a bunch of old cars parked at a gas station. I got a video of that. You could look at the oldies video of the cars. Those were there at that gas station. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't been to the Grand Canyon, man, you gotta go. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's like you look at it and you're like, wow. That's all you keep saying, like, wow. It's so amazing how big it is and the colors. And then when we went, it was during Easter week. I think it was during April. I think it might have been April, or because you know how Easter moves. I don't know if it was in April or March, but it even snowed that day. So to top it off, we got to see the Grand Canyon with snow on it. That in itself was like, wow, even more amazing. But yeah, I mean, go with your families and take some trips. And then the thing is, when you purchase a ticket there to the Grand Canyon, it's for the vehicle. And then that same ticket works for all other like state parks that you can go in California. Like some of these parks where you got to pay an entrance fee. Once you pay that, you don't have to pay that for, I think it's good for like 48 hours or maybe 5 days. I'm not sure. It's been a while since we went. I mean, I think the last time we went, my son was in high school, and he's been out of high school for about, 4 years, 5 years, I think. I forget how long. I mean, let's see, he's going to be 26 this year. He graduated when he was 17. Yeah, man, it was more than that, 10 years, more than it's like 10, 11 years, I think, since we went. but it's a great place to go. You know, I mean, I would have loved to still go to like Yosemite, Yosemite, but I haven't been there. You know, but then now I guess probably won't. You know, because my wife, you know, I mean, she can't enjoy it either. It's like she keeps telling me she wants to go to Disneyland, and then I'm like, you know, Disneyland. You know, if you're not gonna ride anything, it's not worth it. So since she had the stroke, she can't really ride any rides, and then she can't see, so she can't enjoy anything. You know, just look, you can't see. You know, so I'm like, well, you know, and we keep telling her, you know, because she's all, what do you mean, you know? I go, well, you had a stroke, honey, you know, and it's gonna be a year this 28th of May since she had the stroke. I mean, the only thing she lost was her vision, but then also a little bit of memory. She, you know, short-term memory. She can't remember sometimes. When I tell her something, she'll keep asking the same thing over and over again each day. But she'll remember stuff from days ago or weeks ago or years ago. You know, long-term memory she has, but it's that short-term memory. You know, and then she like wants to wake up. You know, and she's all like, oh, you know, hey, you know, I want to eat something. Well, you just ate about an hour or two ago. Oh, okay, you know, she just, you know, doesn't know of what time it is or what day it is. I mean, but even before this, she never did care because I mean, she was already on disability for something else, but you know, she could still walk and stuff like that and see. But you know, it was it was just getting worse, and that's why she, you know, we told her, you know, you need to lose some weight, get on a diet because her knees started hurting. She couldn't walk. She was like almost falling. I think she fell a couple of times. Luckily, we have carpet, you know. But I mean, she didn't hurt herself. It's just her knee bending. And then, you know, so it's like, no, don't be getting up. You know, you need to, if we need to do something, call for us. You know. So then we stopped leaving her by herself because you know she started trying to cook and make food. You know, when she can't even see, which was not good. You know. So like, no, you're not gonna cook no more. And she's like, oh yeah, I can. Yeah, right. You know, you can. You're retired. Enjoy your retirement, I told her. You know, and then she's worried that we're gonna put her in some hospital or something. And I go, no, you're not gonna go nowhere. You're gonna stay home with me and your son. We're not getting rid of you. You know, like some people, once a person, you know, they get to the point where they can't take care of them, can't handle them or whatever. So they figure, yeah, put them and supposedly those places that they take care of you, they don't. Believe me, my wife was there for 21 days and they didn't do anything for her. All they did is just leave her in bed for 21 days with a pamper, and then her hair was all, you know, they tied it in a knot. They probably they never even got her up to go to the bathroom and she could get up. It was just, they were just lazy, you know, and you're paying all this money supposedly for them taking care of them, but they don't. It's like, oh, it's a 24/7, and supposedly they had 4 stars for the service. Yeah, because you can never go in and visit and see how bad the service is. I mean, when she was there, it was times when all this crap was going on last year. So we couldn't even go into the hospital to her room. They would put her bed like by the window. We'd be outside, we're in the bushes looking into the window, hey, and she can't see us, so all she could do is hear us. And then the thing is, she couldn't remember. We'd ask her, hey, so what did you eat? No, I don't remember. And she would say that my son fed her. I go, no, he's not. The nurse might have fed you, not her son, But yeah, it was a terrible thing, that I had to put her there, but I had to get the bathrooms ready, handicap accessible, because we had no way she was going to be able to lift her leg over the tub. She would end up falling all kinds of times. So we had to make showers. Plus they needed to be repaired. It was like 25 years since I purchased the mobile home. They needed upgraded. But yeah, it's take care of your family, people. They're not going to take care of them in the hospital or in those places that supposedly they take care of you. I ended up having to cut my wife's hair short, down. It wasn't like way short. It was like down to like, where your collar would be, because it was all they tied it in a knot. There was no way I was going to get that. And it was all messed up. So I just trimmed it, and then it's grew back. I had to trim it again, because when you get older, your hair starts falling, thinning out. And she had so much hair, I remember, which before, but her hair is more healthier because she used to color it all the time. I remember one time she went to go get her hair, go get a perm. And they think that she doesn't have a lot of hair, but then they start rolling. And they're like, oh my God, you have a lot of hair, you have a lot of hair. And they keep saying, and they got to use a lot of rollers, and then they got to put the chemical on. So by the time you roll everything up and all the chemical, on all the rollers, they put on there, and then the lady left it on there too long. And I even told her, I go, hey, you know what? I think she needs to take that shit out, because if you put it too much, it's gonna get too kinky, and it's like burning the hair. So it would be like an afro, the hair, and that's what happened. She like let it out, and oh my God, my wife was like, oh man, I hate it. Then we got home, and then she's all like, I don't like it. I'm not gonna leave it like this. I go, well, you can't do anything. I mean, because you just had the perm. And then she's all like, well, I don't care. I want it. I want it straightened. Go to the store and buy some stuff to straighten it. I'm like, what? I go, you're crazy. No, she wanted me to do it. So I'm like, I go to the store, buy the chemical, to put on your hair, to straighten out your hair, So I'm like, I read it, and it says, well, it will burn the scalp, because the shit's strong. It basically straightens people with afro, with that natural curly hair. It straightens it like straight. We're talking like straight. So I put the stuff on her, and then I go, well, it says 30 minutes. And then I told her, I don't think it's gonna be too long, because too much chemicals, you're gonna burn your hair. It's gonna start falling out. And she like, after 20 minutes, she started, take it off. It's burning too much. I go, yeah, I told you. So I rinsed it off, just completely, and then they give you this chemicals to put on it to to stop the process of the straightening. But it came out good. Her hair came out good. Some of it fell off, but her hair was always damaged. And I told her, I go, see, I told you not to do it, but she wanted to do it. I mean, she would color it like almost every month. Now, because she bought a bunch of those to color her hair, and I even asked her, I go, hey, babe, you want me to, because I used to always color her hair for her. I used to bleach it for her. I would buy the products from the beauty salon. There was like a beauty supply place, and you can buy the bleach to mix it. You would mix it with some liquid, and then you would bleach the hair. So that way, because she had dark brown hair, and she wanted to go like almost like light brown or almost a blonde. She wanted to go blonde, kind of almost like a yellow blonde. And then I would color it for her and everything. In fact, I even did a perm on her hair. I had the rollers and I did it, and I did a better perm than the damn salon did. But it's not hard. It's just you gotta comb it. I mean, I'm not good at cutting hair. That's the only thing I never did. Practice on. I mean, I cut my own hair, but I have very little hair, so it ain't gonna damage it. Yeah, yeah, she'd always want me to color her hair, so I was like, oh yeah, go give me some bottles number 9, bottle number 9, so color her hair, and I would first do the front part and then the roots, because those were always the hardest ones that wouldn't get colored. So you had to get those first, really good all around the front of the forehead, and then get do the rest of it. And I used to put it on there, and then I used to comb it into the hair, so all the hair would get it, really good. But yeah, I mean, she always, oh yeah, do my hair, okay. And because I mean, even the beauty salons, they do your hair, they screw it up. I mean, I even did one time. She wanted me to do highlights, highlights in the hair, and you can do it. I mean, it's basically you just put a cap. It's like a shower cap, and the shower cap has holes in it. And basically, you use I don't know if you ever knitted, like a knitting needle. That's what they use, and you stick the knitting needle through the hole and pull out some strands of hair through every little hole that's in the cap. However much hair you wanna do. Then once you got all the hair, then that's the only thing that you put the hair dye on, the highlights. And people used to say, hey, where'd you get your hair done? And they wouldn't believe it that I had that because she would tell them, oh, my husband does it. And I'm like, what? Yeah, but I never did anybody else's hair. I was like, no. Only one woman man hair. It's like kind of like those movies where they show the hair salon, and they're like, "Oh my God, where'd you get your hair done?" The funny thing is, I don't know, but this is I always hear this. You go to a place to cut your hair, and then what do they tell you? Oh my God, who cut your hair? Oh, they really messed it up. And then the funny thing is, sometimes they're the ones that did it. So they're you laugh because it's like, you're the one that did it, and you're shaming your own work. But they always want to put down because their hair, the way they do it is going to be the best way. No, man. One time, I forget who it was. I think it was one of my aunts. She studied to be a hair salon, for hair, and she's all like, "Hey," she told my mom, she's like, "Hey, you want me to cut your hair?" And then, she wasn't that good at it, so she's like, she starts cutting and cutting, and then, she kept cutting because she kept messing up, and shorter and shorter, and oh, she screwed it up completely, man. I saw my mom and I go, "Oh my God, what happened, mom?" It looked like there's a saying, in Spanish. What did a cow chew your hair? Like bit it off, like, or a dog, because kind of like when. Have you ever seen a dog when they have that? There's like a disease when their hair starts falling off in spots, and they have certain spots that have like bald spots, and other spots they have longer hair. It was kind of almost like that, but it wasn't completely bald. And then my mom, she didn't have very much hair to begin with, so it was like, oh my God. I go, "What did you do?" I told my aunt, "You really screwed up her hair." That was the last time she did her hair. And then I had one other girlfriend, and we only dated for a couple of months when I was living up north. And then the funny thing is, she went to beauty school, and learned how to cut hair. And then she's all, "Hey, you want me to cut your hair?" And I'm like, And then she showed me because they have those dolls where they have hair, and then you cut their hair on them, and you do perms and different things on it because it has natural hair. Well, man, it was like, oh my God. I go, "Nah, that's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay." And there was another girl that I met that she used to work like in a yogurt shop, and I used to go in there a lot. And then I found out that she would cut hair. She did hair, and I go, "Hey, well, how much do you charge for a haircut?" And she used to say, this about $6, $7. I go, "Oh, hey, cut my hair, And she used to cut my hair, you know. But I had more hair back then, and now it's like not worth it. Go pay somebody to use a trimmer where I can just do my trim. I don't know. Pretty soon, probably I'll start shaving my head. I don't know. Take off all the hair. There's only so much left on top, you know. But yeah, my wife always, "Hey, color my hair, do my hair, do my hair." Okay, okay. And then she did it herself sometimes too. But when she wanted to, really bleach, when I had to bleach it, I used to have to do it because she didn't know how to mix the chemicals and stuff. In fact, I did. In fact, I bleached some of her nephew's hairs too, because they had like almost black hair, and they wanted to go like blonde, blonde, blonde. So I bleached their hair, you know, and it came out good because they said they wanted to, because for school they were in wrestling, and I guess the whole team, would bleach their hair white. It was like a team effort. But yeah, I was like, I go, okay, I'll bleach your hair for you. Just gotta buy the chemicals. And it wasn't that much. I mean, the chemicals are cheap. When you go to a beauty salon, they charge you like over $100 to bleach your hair, and they're gonna damage it. If they don't, all you gotta do is follow the directions. But then a lot of hairstyle places, they start yapping. They start talking and then they don't pay attention what time it is, and I'm like, hey, because I mean, like that one lady that did my wife's hair and made it all like, I mean, it was like kinky. My wife had long hair, and by the time it was like down to like 3 inches. long, and it was like, oh my god, you would need one of those picks to do your hair. You know, I mean, at one time she did have the hair like that, but she didn't want it that bad that time. She wanted it kind of wavy. You know, and the thing is, she already had wavy hair to begin with, because her hair, once it starts getting longer, it starts curving up. You know, it starts getting wavier and wavier. Man, this car's speed limit says 35. You don't have to go to 10 miles an hour, or 20, I guess. I don't know what she's doing, playing with the phone or what. Yeah, so yeah, I used to do her hair and it always came out real good. You know, you just have to follow directions. You know, I mean, even cooking, like making cakes and stuff like that. You know, I used to always do like my youngest son. You know, he'd come home and with a note, and they're like that they needed cupcakes for the class. You know, they wanted cupcakes made, and my son telling my wife, you know, oh, I need cupcakes, and she's all like, well, don't tell me, tell your dad, because you know he's the one that does that kind of stuff, you know. So I would make you know, cakes, cupcakes. When you were allowed to take stuff like that to school, now they're getting more stricter because you know people get sick from you know, people not now they don't want you to purchase. I mean, they want you to purchase everything from the store. You know, they don't want you to bake something from from scratch. You know, because you know, if you don't wash your hands, I mean, you can still get sick from store bought shit. You know, if they don't do the same thing. You know, they don't clean their hands properly and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I even made birthday cakes for my kids and stuff like that. I mean, I learned that from my grandma. She always did stuff like that. She would make wedding cakes and stuff like that, and cooking donuts and all kinds of different kind of pastries and stuff like that. Let's see who was in here. Bud, Steven, Lane, what's up? Victorian, Brendel, what's up, Brendel? Buenos dias, buenos dias. I think it's Hispanic, probably. Steve, what's up? What's up? Oh, they try to be you, Steven, huh? Well, that's not good. Hey, Gary, what's up? What's up? Oh, no, I haven't, Gary. What's going on with AAP? Oh, I guess I'll have to check out what's going on. Hey, Bolsa, Venus. Yes, Venus is. Yeah, you're from Venus. Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Gracias por venir. Buenas tardes, buenos días. Hey, Justin, Bolsa, Derek Reptiles. What's up, Derek? Yeah, thank you. You too, Belinda. Hey, live feeding. What's up? Hey, Zelda, Zael, what's up? What's up? Hey, JJ, what's up? What's up? Hey, Magdalene. Yeah, man. Thanks everybody for coming in, hitting that like button. Check out all those channels I have. Let's go give them support. I always try to support everybody as I can. Thank you very much. And good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, depending wherever you're at, wherever in the world. And God bless you. Till next time, have a good one. And as Keith says, call your mama, tell her you love her because you don't know how long you're going to have her. So, bye, everybody. Have a good one. Bye, Life Feedings. Bye, Magdalene.